Good morning. Let's do a quick weekend chat. And as I was pulling into the garage, I want to say the last time I did a chat before work. I was at the same location. There's something about this location and me having chats with you underneath the garage. So, I'm just trying to find a spot, and there's like no spots. That's a long walk for Courtney. Oh, son of a bitch. Well, looks like I'll be walking. Is she leaving? So I just wanted to touch base with weekend energy real quick. I don't know if I'll get to it in cards, but I can kind of already feel the energy. Oh, good, she is leaving. I feel like that was a message for you too. I said, oh, good, she is leaving. So someone's leaving. Whether it be you, whether it be them, I think it's just going to be somebody where you're just like, all right, good. Like maybe you have company and you're like, oh, I can't wait until he or she leaves. There's something about eating dinner, lunch, get-togethers is a little too much. I just get two parents wanting to act like they don't want to be not kosher either in front of the children. So like your children still think you're having some type of relationship or something. That could be happening with younger children. Or just trying to be kosher around the kids, but I feel like the kids are old enough, so I don't know what that's about. If you guys are in the midst of manifesting things, I feel like it's coming towards you, so be careful there because I don't know what you manifested. I feel like it's good energy though, and I just saw a fairy, pixie fairy. Might be watching movies, I don't know. If somebody is arguing with you, I think that's probably going to get a little worse. If somebody is ignoring you, that's going to get worse too. So if someone's trying to push you away, or whether it's intentional or not, the thoughts are just going to keep on thinking of you with the pushing away. So it's the shadow. Some people choose to work through the shadow and others do not. I try to always bring my shadow to the attention, like, hey, let's fix this, let's make peace, let's mend, let's work on this. And some people just aren't about it. So I do feel the energy shifting for those who are kind of like, we're in that energy where it's rough. You're kind of coming out of that, and then others are going into it, might last a little longer than intended for that energy, just because of the transits and because of what they don't want to address. I did just get pulled to the submarine. That was tragic. My heart goes out to those families because it's just awful. And the memes going around are just awful. Press conference. I don't know in regards to what. Just a lot going on anyways in the world. There might be a volcanic eruption. I feel like if you're more like in the artsy, crafty type thing, that's gonna be good for you to pursue something, work on something. Again, I'm just going to say if you can spend time outdoors, especially around the moon, be beneficial. The sun strengthens your DNA, and the moon strengthens your psychic abilities, your intuition. So I typically don't say it like that. So, and I know with the weather, especially in New England, like it's gonna be crappy for I think for like a week. It's gonna be like I said, it's gonna be the worst weather of the year. Like when I did that video before Christmas, it's gonna be a tough year weather-wise. Um, I think secrets are gonna come out some. If they don't, they're gonna be confronted. I know you want to be with him. I know you want to be with her. Yada yada yada. So it's like having the opportunity to be truthful, having the opportunity to be authentic. I don't think it's gonna go down that way though. I think people still have a lot of shadow to work with, and they're just gonna be like, you don't know what you're talking about. Yada yada. The same old fucking. I just heard ball and chain. So that means that they're chained to some type of karmic situation still that they need to get themselves out of. I think for those who are just like, there's a lot of overthinking for the ones, oh, do I do it? Do I not? Like, that's, no. I think you're just dealing with somebody who's making excuses instead of just going for something. You know, so if somebody's ignoring you or arguing with you or talking too much, just whatever you feel is, I just feel like it's under stimulation or overstimulation. And overthinking ruins things. Let's hope we're not talking about the one that's been overthinking since fucking winter, probably. That's just making reasons in their head, but it's literally just excuses because they just don't want to confront the past and shit that they've said or made promises to other people or you know um, their family influences their decisions, and it is what it is. And this person feels they're making the right decisions, so but it won't. The shadow will get worse because life doesn't work that way. That's not reality. Um, it's like telling yourself you're fluent in multiple languages and you're not. You're just lying to yourself, tricking your own brain. So you might as well take advantage. I mean, if you're gonna trick your own brain, you might as well start doing it in a positive way versus a negative way, because that's not gonna work out. They're gonna feel like this. You're never gonna move forward in life. You're never gonna be able to live in reality. You're never gonna be able to see things like it is what it is. So I just heard stimulated by that energy. So I don't know if someone's going to attempt to trigger you. I don't feel like what they're doing is malicious per se, depending on what conversation you're having with who. It's just they don't even know how to have their own conversation with themselves, never mind have a conversation with you. Probably don't even know how to have a conversation because they always avoid them. You want to talk about that? Oh, why you gotta talk about that? I just want to relax. But I've heard it all, guys. I've been there. I've done that. Trust me. I've not been there, done that in the sense of ignoring. I've just been in that situation dealing with people like that. I feel like there's just a lot of family things too. I feel like if you're dealing with a kid's father or a kid's mother, something's gonna. That was weird. It like died. Or it didn't die. It like went out as soon as I started talking about it, and then a car alarm went off. And I was talking about like kids' parents. So I don't know if it's just stuff like I almost said hereditary, so I don't know if you're talking about health. But in the sense of like, I know you want to go in that direction. I know you want to do this. I know you want to be with him. I know you want to be with her. And just like not confronting it and just being like dismissing it is, I feel like if that comes about, it's just arguments just going to get worse because someone has the opportunity because they're going to be confronted, right? Others of you, it's with the kid's parents, like your kid's father, your kid's mother, working out different things. I know my ex-husband wants to make a new arrangement in regards to child support. So I think just there's a lot of that energy, whether it's arguing, whether it's contemplation, whether it's okay. It has to do, some has to do with speaking the truth, other it's being compassionate, other it's like really giving it consideration, compromising. You know, you could always put something in the contract or whatever you're doing, you know, if for some reason it's not, you know, rules, regulations, I heard, but laws, whatever, are not being upheld or it doesn't go right, you could always put it as a stipulation, you know, and just go back to whatever. So I still have to have that conversation with him too, and it's not really something I want to do, but I'm not going to avoid it either. But then again, you have the other energy right now that does want to avoid it when they are confronted by the kid's mother or the kid's father or their own parent. So it just, there's no way around that. If they choose to be in the shadow, they're going to continue to stay in the shadow. I just got pulled to the train when I was looking at the grade. That it's the same thing I always do. I always get pulled to the train when I'm in here. And then that song just came to my sip champagne. I don't know any of the other lyrics. Sorry. And it just told me to go to Bubbles. Ooh, look at the little hairs right there. I almost wanted to do that and do that, like slick it down. Slick, slick, slick. Ooh. Ooh. So there's that energy. Something could be going on with cars. I don't typically get pulled to cars. Could be a bad pile up. I don't know. Hope it's not karmic. So, and I just saw a skunk. I don't know what skunks symbolize. But, and birds, messengers. So again, just be who you are. Tell the truth, be authentic. Again, tables are turning, you know. It's going to get worse for those that don't want to confront the shadow. Try not to make excuses. I feel like people think it's reasoning, but it's not. It's really excuses. You can get up and change your life and your mindset in 2 seconds. You can change your life in 2 seconds, you know. So it is what it is. Again, manifestations are coming into fruition, alignments are coming into alignment, but not everybody is going to align. It's just, so it might be disappointing for some of you guys. Yeah, I think some of you are going to be disappointed when it comes to certain things, but not like sitting in it, not like petty, not having a pity patty, not, you know what I mean? So just do you, for the better, for those who are just kind of like in a little funk or whatever. It is what it is. And those not confronting the shadow, like I said, it's going to get worse. They're going to start to get confrontational. People are going to start confronting them. It is because they need to pick up on the karma. They need to do their own homework. I don't, you know, there's still people out there that feel fucking entitled. It blows my mind. or it feels like, you know, we're gonna act like we're together and all happy, and you know, when the younger kids around. Why you're just confusing the fuck out of your kids. I just don't even understand where some common sense is, or why nobody goes to the depth of thinking what it's actually going to do to the kid. Because when people are looking at things like this, they're looking at how society views things. They're looking at conditioning, what your parents did, or what you think your parents should do, or what you think you should do because your parents didn't do it. Like that, it does not work like that. That's all karmic. You know, sometimes you just really got to go within and realize like that you're causing more damage for your younger children than you realize playing that role. Because at one point there's going to be a karmic that steps out, and then your kids are going to look at you like, but I thought you guys were good. Like, you're just causing, it's not even, I just heard spirit, it's not even worth talking about, because that's how deep somebody's shadow is. It's not, so I'm not even going to waste my energy, because those who are awakened when it comes to stuff like that, you're already fully aware. So totally stepping out of that. So I felt frustration there, but not my frustration, or not the energy spirit put me in. So it's gonna get worse. The anxiety, someone might even have a panic attack for those who are ignoring what needs to really be dealt with, you know. So it's like a ball and chain, once again being chained. So I don't know what that's about. But then I just saw an aggressive dog. So somebody, you know, can go both ways. Emotions can be, you can get anger, or you can get sorrow. So might see some anger too. Might see the ugly side of somebody. But anywho, I don't want to talk about the negative, right? I am beautiful. I am worthy. I am abundant. I am in tune with the universe. I am aligned. I am powerful. I am unstoppable. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. And I will see you at some point. Okay, so just enjoy your weekend. Don't worry about all the other stuff going on that's, you know, not going in the way you thought it would go, or not. Like, stop with the negative. You gotta switch that right away. And I'm gonna try to get to this affirmation thing for you guys as soon as I can. Pushing through my own shit, right? Pushing through my own shadow to get there. So I know it's hard not to think of the negative. Everybody does. Oh, it's not gonna work out. I had a bad day, or this sucks. Like, it's gotta stop. You create your reality. You create your tomorrow. You create what happens in 5 minutes. You know. So I think with me doing this, I've mentally been doing it in my head, and it's working. Which is, I think it's brilliant. So you can change your paradigm. You can change things, you know. And then I think, like, I'm always been very protective of my energy, but this makes me even more a little protective of my energy, because my mindset is different when it comes to the energies I allow around me. You know, your friends are gonna have ups and downs, family, things like that. You always be put in those situations. People are leveling up, other ones are like falling, or they feel like they're failing. Like, you can't get, you know, you gotta worry about your own energies. And I just heard Lee lines, so I don't know where some of you guys are located, but it's on you to change your mindset. It's on you to see who you want to hang around with. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. It makes it a lot harder, where I'm more like really being careful at this point, and making sure people are in alignment with my energy. I'm aligning with them, vice versa. Because if there's no alignment there and you can't sense it, it's just, it is what it is. It's not even worth purging at this point, I don't think. You know, we've come so far. So our purges are more our own fears, how we hold ourselves back. It's things like that, right? More of an optimistic thing. So, any whoosies, I love you guys so much. Enjoy the weather. Some of you guys are gonna come across certain flowers. Take a picture, especially if you've never seen it. Certain of the flowers. But yeah, I feel like it's a heavy weekend, but heavy in the sense of could just be a lot going on. It could be mind chatter. It could be it could be the weather, the weight. But overall, I think it's gonna be busy and good for those who are stepping into that type of energy. Okay, so I love you guys so much, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye. Planes, trains, and automobiles. I just saw something with planes, so it's definitely something global going down. When is it not though? Love you guys so much. Bye.